So what do you think it actually looks like when the learning, and we've talked about this, I think, but what do you think that the learning actually looks like when it is both structured and playful, like an example?
So I would say that oh gosh, again, I hate to keep it. I mean, obviously it's my wheelhouse and it's what I know. But if you go into an early childhood classroom,
Yeah.
a good early childhood classroom with a successful, where the educator truly understands the role of facilitating, you see it in action all day long, right? Because all throughout the day, as I mentioned, you structure the day with specific opportunities of like actual guided lessons where you are looking for a specific outcome or for a specific skill to be introduced. And again, not to, and that's the key, necessarily to be mastered, but to be introduced, right? And exposed to and practiced. And then it gets repeated over and over and over and in different ways. So then you have the guided activity, but then again, that transitions to let me just provide the materials that
Hmm.
allows them to explore, but is still going to have them building these skills, that we are aiming to build. So you have the group instruction where you see like it was certain morning time activity, like I said, for the example that I gave, where it's very much directed by the teacher. This is what we're doing, right? Or we're going on a shape hunt. That is a very guided activity. You are specifically wanting to build the skill of being able to identify and name shapes and be able to find it, follow simple. You bring literacy skills in it because you give them illustrations of you're finding a blue square. So those, you see those activities, but then you have what should be, the classroom, they call it different things, but work time or free or exploration time where it is just, okay, then it's just about you are the one that provides the materials and allows that and sets it up and the environment. And that's where the classroom environment comes in and is key. And a good early childhood educator understands how to set it up where you are inviting them. There are provocations, there are challenges that they want to go to. It's inviting, but you are not directly saying, hey, this is where you're going. This is where you're going. And so there is that sense of it's open and they get to decide. And if they choose a material and again, as I said, are using it in a different way, that's okay because the value is still coming in the material and what you're giving them. And there's learning coming through that. And so I think that's what it should look like in a classroom as well, where you have moments where the teacher is certainly giving the structure and the guidance, but then it's step back and then you should go into a classroom and really see the children engaged with and the students engaged with one another. And I think like hands-on and moving around and touching things and maneuvering
Hmm.
things and building things and leading discussions with really the teacher there very much sort of in the background
Hmm.
and facilitating and stepping in where they see, okay, wait, how about if we take this way? I hear this is happening and, guide it
Yes.
this way and
Yeah.
take it that way. But I think that's what a successful classroom looks like is student engagement. Like they are talking, they are maneuvering, they are doing, they are just engaged rather than just sitting and listening.
Yes, absolutely. I think that especially from my specific background, it's when they ask questions and they are motivated to get the answer right, even if it's not something that's they're necessarily strong at, but you've structured it in a way where you spiked the curiosity that's always there, regardless of subject. It's there.
Yes.
Any way you could kind of get them asking questions, get them curious about wanting the right answer, even if they don't know how to get the right answer, they still want to know what it is. That's amazing. That's an amazing step that we can take. And always a good sign and always something we can work with that. We can work with that.
Absolutely.